Hey loves, how you doing? Deanna here. So, remember a few days ago I told you I was really bad at doing these dailies because I forget. And um, yeah, so I remembered today and I thought I would come on and share with you um, something that I'm actually observing about myself right now, actually in real time. So, to give you context, Um, I was invited to be a guest on an audio podcast the other day, and the episode was recorded earlier today. The episode turned out to be this ginormous, extraordinary 2 hour episode on values, belief systems, spirituality, consciousness, um, emotional body, the field, the flow, all the things that I have gathered context and learning and wisdom around for, decades now. It felt comfortable in the moment as I spoke of these things in the podcast. It also felt confident, but what I'm most surprised about was how at peace I felt within. And so, having done the podcast, I'm sitting here and I'm just processing the energy because that was a lot of energy, a lot of talking for 2 hours and concentrating and being present on holding space simultaneously for the right story, the right word to sort of, come to my awareness and then channel through me so I can talk about it. Here's what I'm processing right now. My journey of gaining my wisdom and knowledge over the last probably solid 30 years has been, like any journey of self-awareness and personal development and spiritual awakening, etc., fraught with challenges, difficulties, um, emotional pain, mental pain, as old constructs sort of collapse. And sometimes that feels like my whole world was collapsing, or it felt like my whole world was collapsing. So, what I mean to say is that the wisdom, the knowing I hold within, the answers I have for those that are discussing or curious about these sorts of things are they're, I want to say, hard earned. It's hard earned wisdom. Sorry, I was thinking about the right English. So, um, what's fascinating is that now I refer to that journey and to my embodied knowing. Another way to say that, of course, is my remembering of the wisdom I always held within me, is the fact that I can, to start off with, call it wisdom, to start off with, as opposed to what was often referred to, 2 decades ago, as rambling of some dissolution crazy person. Because now, of course, we have, quantum physics and, science that validates some of these things that I have always innately known about energy, about spirituality, about energetic expression, about that feeling, gut feeling, instinct, those sorts of things. Okay. But furthermore, what I sort of innately feel like I need to sit with, because I'm identifying this feeling within me, and this feeling, the energy, the frequency of this something within me is asking the question, when did I get to be perceived as someone with knowledge, with wisdom? I hesitate to say expert or wise person, but certainly when people extend you the courtesy of stopping and genuinely listening to what you have to say, because they are genuinely interested in what you have to say, that feels a certain way, right? It's almost like, hang on, there it is. I suddenly know I have a voice. Whereas for a really long time, I felt like I didn't have a voice. And even if I said something, the voice would be avoided, ignored, sabotaged, or whatever. Anyway, I won't go into details as to why, when, where. But I'm just talking about this particular feeling in the moment. And it's such an interesting feeling, because it's accompanied with deepest gratitude and an acceptance that this is the case. I'm also feeling within me, around my gut, a little bit of nervousness about this, because suddenly the challenges, the difficulties, the obstacles really are wins. And when we get the win, it's like we get the dream, what we always wanted and imagined, and then we actually get it. Whew. It's really quite something. So I just wanted to share with you this feeling that I'm reconciling in my body right now, and to demonstrate to you how, the beauty of completely being present with yourself in the present moment, in order to recognize what is going on, what are the feelings, what are the thoughts, what emerges, is there anything that needs to, be contemplated deeper. All of these little steps that literally can just take moments, just incredibly valuable. So I'm going to leave it there, and I invite you to take a minute, and you can close your eyes, and you can just take a deep breath. Feel your body expanding as you're receiving oxygen and filling up your body with beautiful oxygen. And in the process, connecting with yourself within. And you don't need to do anything, you just need to observe. Ask your body, ask your mind, ask your heart if it has a message for you. and see what comes up. The practice of this will help you with discernment and recognition of your truest voice and of your truest potential. And on that note, my loves, talk to you soon. Mwah!